The Night the Wall Fell by Anna Weber, age 16. Berlin, Germany, November 9th, 1989. My name is Anna. I was 16 years old. When the Berlin Wall fell, I will never forget. That night, it changed everything. I lived with my mother in East Berlin. My father lived in the West. We had not seen him in 7 years. The wall between us. The Berlin Wall was a big gray wall made of concrete. It was built in 1961. It cut Berlin into two parts, East and West. People in East Berlin could not go to the West. Life in the East was hard. We had little food and few clothes. We were not allowed to speak freely. The government watched us. I missed my father every day. Sometimes I went to the wall and looked across. On the other side, I saw bright lights and happy people. But I could not go. There. It felt like a prison. Hope in the air. In 1989, things began to change. People were unhappy in East Germany. They wanted freedom. Every week, more people marched in the streets. One night in October, my mother and I listened to the radio in secret. It was from the West. The man said, "People are leaving East Germany through Hungary and Czechoslovakia." We looked at each other. Could we be next? But we had no money, we had no car, we had no plan. We just had hope. A shocking news. Then came the night, November 9th. Started like any other day. I went to school. We sang the East German anthem. We sat quietly. We were always afraid. That evening, my mother cooked soup. It was raining outside. We turned on the small black and white TV. A man from the government was speaking. He looked confused. Then he said, "Something strange. Citizens of East Germany are free to travel. To the West. Effective immediately." My mother dropped her spoon. Did he say, "free to travel"? I blinked. Now? We didn't know if it was true. Was it a mistake, a trick? Then we heard shouting outside. People were running to the wall. Running to the wall. My mother grabbed my coat. "Let's go!" We ran down the street. The cold rain hit my face. My heart beat fast. When we reached the wall, thousands of people were there. They were shouting, crying, laughing. The guards looked, confused. Some guards just stood there. Others stepped aside. One man climbed the wall and waved. People cheered. Then someone hit the wall with a hammer. Another person helped. Soon, many people were breaking pieces of the wall. Dust flew into the air. I held my mother's hand tightly. She looked at me. Her eyes were full of tears. "We can see your father again," when she said. Crossing the border. I did not believe it until I touched the wall. It was cold and rough. We moved slowly toward the gate at Bornholmer Street. The border guards just nodded. One even smiled. My mother showed her old ID. The guard looked at it and waved her through. No stamp, no questions. We stepped into the West. There were lights, shops, and music. People gave us flowers and chocolate. Strangers hugged us. A woman said, "Welcome to freedom," finding my father. We went to a phone booth. My mother had kept my father's number in a little paper book. Her hands were shaking as she dialed. "Hello," said a deep voice. My mother burst into tears. "It's me, Ingrid," she said. I heard him cry too. An hour later, he came in a blue car. He looked older but happy. He ran to us and hugged us both. "I missed you so much," he whispered. A new day. That night, we slept in his small apartment. I looked out the window. I saw people dancing in the streets. The wall was not gone yet, but it was broken, and so was the fear. The next morning, we walked back to the wall. People were still celebrating. Someone gave me a piece of it, a small bit of concrete with red paint. I still have it today. That piece reminds me that even big walls can fall. Even long separations can end. And even in the darkest times, hope can win. Vocabulary. Duni border, the line that separates two places, especially countries or area. 2. Guard, a person who watches and protects something. 3. Freedom, the right to live, speak, and move as you want. Celebrate, to do something special for a happy event. Hammer, a tool used for hitting things.